has already been updated. The updated version is still available, and the original reporting was taken down. I want to provide context and a direct examination, as well as provide an apology. Let me put up the picture full mass. Last week, 35 million individuals viewed a video. It was viral. This video showed a woman screaming help and black males around her disputing about a bike. Well, in that, there were two narratives. One narrative was to believe the young people. The other narrative was to believe the adult. In that instance, I believed the young person.
What is going on, guys? Hey, I wanted to come back to you, and I wanted to bring you kind of an update on the Citibike Karen situation. And again, man, Dr. Rashad Ritchie from the Young Turks Network, man, he did not have an issue getting up there right after this happened and saying on his show that this woman is a racist and a Karen and a thief with no evidence whatsoever. Did he give? Not one bit. Again, he said that he chose to believe the youth. And again, man, that's not what you were doing, man. You didn't care about them being youth. Again, it was mostly about them being black. Let's be honest about that. Again, you wanted to believe them because they're black. Number one. And number two, man, believing any group over another group because of what? Nothing. At that point, no information was out there. You saw a video on Twitter, and you made a show and you commented to it, and you blasted her, called her a thief and a racist and Karen and whatever. It did not matter to you. But the fact is, man, you didn't have any information on that. So you acted with neglect on something. And again, man, you reported the information with no information. And man, it looks like now you're being sued or going to be sued. And I think it's that more of that needs to happen until people stop doing what you're doing. Again, man, you're dividing this country up. People like you are dividing the country up because, again, you understand what sells. And what sells is drama, division, anger, outrage, the emotional appeal without information, without facts. So again, man, I'm gonna put up a little bit more on this, and I'm also gonna put up just really, man, what his colleagues said about this as well, because again, I don't know if she was directly commenting to him, but I kind of assume so, because again, he's the one that really kind of made us think about this in the actual beginning. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, if you would, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Thanks.
You're seeing on the screen rented this e-bike 560-3915 at 633 from St. Nicholas Avenue and Manhattan Avenue, and then dropped it off at 1st Avenue and 30th Street at 7:19 p.m. He had the bike for essentially 46 minutes. Now, this 46-minute number is very important to our story for a couple of reasons. First, this young man has a membership to ride Citibikes. Now, the regular membership costs $205 a year, about $17 per month. Now, in this newly released interview, this teen said that he and his friends have the same Citibike reduced fare membership. So what's that? Well, that means instead of paying the $17 a month, they only have to pay $5 a month. But there are limitations to this. And one of those limitations are that you can only ride the bike in 45-minute intervals. Now, if you go over that 45-minute time limit, you're going to have to pay additional fees, which include a 17 cents per minute fee. And if you have an e-bike, you got to pay an extra 6 cents on top of that. Now, you can avoid this fee by docking the bike and removing it from your account, waiting a small amount of time, and then taking the bike back out of the dock and resuming on your ride. But again, you'll only have another 45 minutes until you have to dock the bike again to avoid the fee. So that's why when you look at this teen's receipt for the 46-minute trip, you'll see the 37-cent charge because he had the bike longer than the 45 minutes. He had it for 46 minutes and some change, so it came out to 37 cents extra on his account. So now this teen wanted to keep this same e-bike because obviously the e-bikes are more valuable and they're probably funner to ride. So he docks the bike at 7:19 to 7:24 p.m. because he wants the bike to reset and doesn't want to pay the additional fees. But now, here's the kicker. While the bike is docked, anyone can now come and rent out this bike. This bike is now available to the public. And Citibank does this because it wants the bikes to always be available. So you can ride it for 45 minutes, you dock it, and if someone else gets it, then too bad for you. And that's essentially what happened. He docked the bike, and now it's available for someone to use between 7:19 and 7:24. So now at 7:24, this hospital worker scans the bike and puts the bike on her account. Now she is in possession of the bike, as you can see here. Now this hospital worker has just done a 12-hour shift, and she's 6 months pregnant. So having an e-bike makes it easier for her to get home, right? She doesn't have to pedal because the e-bike has a motor. But this young man also wants to keep this e-bike, even though it's not on his account at this time. This is where the infamous video starts. It starts at 7:24 p.m. Now, why is that important? Because at the time this video starts, the bike, the e-bike, is on this woman's account. So she is legally entitled to the bike. Now, before we get into the video and breaking it down, there's something interesting that you have to know about this e-bike. You see there's a light right here at the top of the e-bike. Now that light, when it's on, it's like a purplish, pinkish light. But when that light is on, it shows that the bike is out, it's rented, and it's on someone's account. When that light is off, it's generally the bike is docked and it's not on someone's account. So now we know the video starts at 7:24 and the light on the bike is on, and the receipt that this hospital worker provided showed that she has the bike on her account at 7:24. That's what the light is indicating. This bike is on her account at 7:24.
No, record it. Help me! Please help me! It's not your bike. Please help me! It's not your bike. It's not your bike.
You can hear them constantly saying, this is not your bike, this is not your bike, but that's not accurate. It is her bike because it's 7:24, the light is on, the bike is undocked, and she has a receipt to show that the bike is on her account at that time. So they know, based on them using the bike, based on them having memberships, that this bike is hers, it is on her account at this time.
Please help me! Help! Please get off me!
Hey, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Please get off me!
Yo, don't not take it, bro. Now you're not getting the bike, bro.
Now you're not getting the bike, bro. Help!
You may have just missed it, but he's just pushed the bike back into the bike rack to reset the bike to take it off her account. And you actually hear it. I'll rewind it so you can hear it again.
Now you're not getting the bike, bro. Help!
You're not getting
Again, man, we got to see what's happening here. What's happening here is the Port Black youth, man, the victims, the Port Black kids, and the perpetrator of this, the evil white Karen woman. And we have to be honest about what is happening. They're trying to push a particular narrative devoid of actual facts. And again, man, we understand, and the reason I showed you this clip is we understand that she had the bike rented under her name at 7:24 when this altercation took place. It was hers. The bike was activated, as we saw. The bike was activated, and it was activated under her account. So again, we understand that, we get that. But now, the people, the media, they want to fan the flames of racial division. They want to make all this about race, and it's like, man, why does this even need to be about race? Same thing with the Jordan Neely situation. Again, if this woman were black, if she were a black nurse, man, nobody would have heard about this. Why? Because no one would have cared. Nobody would have cared. And again, man, if those kids were white, nobody would have cared. Man, Dr. Ritchie would never have done a piece on this. And again, it was up to him to report accurate information. If he's if he's trying to pass off what he's saying as fact, then again, not satire, but fact, then yeah, he has to report accurate information. If he is not sure about something, you don't say it. But again, he didn't care about that. He called her a racist, a Karen, a thief. Didn't care. And that is what the problem is, man. These media companies, they're fan and flames trying to stoke a certain degree of division among groups of people. And then what they do is they reap the benefits, man, off that. Because again, people love the drama. Everybody right now, they love that drama. And again, man, we understand that certain people, they're wanting to demonize certain people and they're wanting to call other people victims. I mean, it doesn't matter if the actual statistical data shows something else. They want to push a particular narrative.
When you mix business interests with the branding of social justice, chances are the objective is really about profit rather than actually addressing systemic issues. And if the main problem is systemic racism, why are we all engaging in this toxic witch hunt? Sussing out people we perceive to be problematic does nothing to address racism in our criminal justice system. It does nothing to improve educational curriculum in our schools, and it fails to ensure that people of color have equal opportunities to wealthier white people. We've been conditioned to think that generalizations about entire groups of people is somehow okay, as if it doesn't contradict the fight against racism. We've taken the bait in this extremely successful divide and conquer strategy. And to be honest, I've been struck by how effortlessly callous the online discourse has become. Any out-of-context viral video that features a conflict with a white woman is automatically considered evidence of a racist act, even before we have all the details. The latest example involved a pregnant hospital worker named Sarah Comrie in New York. She was captured on video during an argument she had with a black man over a Citibike in Manhattan. The man claimed that he paid for the bike rental, but Comrie disagreed.
No, record him, record him.
Help! Help me! Please help me!
This is not your bike.
Please help me!
This is not your bike. This is not your bike.
Please help me! Help! Please get off me!
Wait, what the what's going on?
The dominant online narrative was that this racist pregnant woman tried to steal a bike from a black man and then made herself out to be a victim with her white tears. Her attorney later provided receipts claiming that she, in fact, paid for the bike. But it felt like no one thought it might be a good idea to just wait and see what the truth was before attacking her. Her employer at Bellevue Hospital was immediately contacted. She was placed on leave pending an investigation. Now her attorney is looking to potentially sue media outlets that propagated false allegations about his client. But we still don't know the full story. And it's better to wait and see how this develops before people try to destroy a stranger's life and livelihood. So
I think it's the first time I've ever agreed with her. But the fact of the matter is, man, we got to be honest, man. What she is saying is right. We have gone down this road, especially in the media, man. They have packaged this racism narrative. They have sold people on the whole idea that one group of people are bad and evil and out there trying to get people. And we've said that another group of people, even if they statistically are committing higher crimes than the other group, we call them victims. They're victims because of what? The color of their skin. And the other people, they're perpetrators. Why? Because of the color of their skin. Not based in any way, shape, or form on facts. Because again, man, if you actually looked at the numbers, it would go the other direction. But again, right now, they don't care about that. They're trying to sell you a particular narrative, and they want to force feed it to you. Again, they want to over and over again claim that white people are the devil. You know, the white men and white women, you know, white women are Karens and white men, they're Nazis and all this other stuff, man. And again, I've spoke a little bit about this kind of stuff, and I've been automatically called a white devil and a Nazi and everything else. And I was like, man, you don't know your damn ass from a hole in the ground. And again, people, they truly don't understand what that is. But again, we're demonizing people based on their skin color. And that's what we're doing. And their sex. So again, man, I think right now, white men are the most hated people in America. And white women are right behind them. You know, again, man, this woman, the Citibike Karen person, she was called a Karen and a racist and, you know, a thief by her own colleague, Dr. Ritchie. And again, it did not matter to him, the facts, at all. He did not need the facts. Not one bit. He automatically assumed, and actually I believe that he knew otherwise, or figured otherwise, because again, statistically speaking, I don't know exactly how old this lady is, but let's say somewhere around 30, white woman, nurse, 6 months pregnant, is going to steal a bike? I don't think so. But again, we got to play this game. And people like Dr. Ritchie, man, they know how to play it. They know how to play it. They fan the flames of, again, racism, division, a division in this country based upon race, which again is going to destroy this country. I think it already has in a lot of ways from the inside out. Because again, why did this situation even have to be about race? Why couldn't it have been about people arguing over a bike? Why couldn't it have been about a woman arguing with teenage boys over a bike? Why did it have to be white Karen, racist, a racist white thief, which is basically what Dr. Ritchie called her? But again, why couldn't it have been that? Why couldn't we have looked at what happened, at what truly happened? And again, I agree with Dan on that. Why can't we wait and see? Why can't we report what happened and then wait and see? Because again, man, that has a element to it that sells. And people like Dr. Ritchie, man, they understand that and they grasp it and they throw it out there. And again, man, there's pushback. Right now there appears that there's going to be defamation lawsuits filed against media companies for this. And I hope they do. I really, truly do, because, man, this stuff has got to stop. It's got to stop before it tears this country completely apart.
You son of a